Could it focus a little bit? That's fine. Alright, so today I'm going to be going over 8.5a, and you already know how to look up the TEKS. This is atomic structure. And 8.5b, which is protons determine identity. Alright. Gee whiz. There it is. Okay. So 8.5a is when we learn the structure of an atom. So I'm just going to start with a Bohr model. Let's use oxygen. So it's very common. So this is the element oxygen. Its atomic number is 8, and its atomic mass is 15.9, but you know we round that to 16. So I'm going to draw the model, which you don't have to do. You don't have to be able to do that in this grade level, but you do have to be able to identify it. So the atomic number, in order to know how many it has, I have to do 8 man. And we learned this already, how to calculate subatomic particles. Atomic number of oxygen, again, is the number at the top. So this is what you will see on star 2. It'll tell you the atomic number is at the top. Oxygen is 8. So the atomic number is 8. And we know that A equals P equals E. So if my atomic number is 8, my protons and my electrons is also 8. Now the atomic mass has to be rounded to a whole number. So 15.9 becomes 16. 16 minus 8 gives me my number of neutrons, which is also 8 in this example. So let me go ahead and draw the Bohr model, and then we can talk about the protons, neutrons, and electrons. Come on, focus, Jesus. Okay. It's super blurry. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to focus it. Still, it looks blurry up there too, Jacoby? Okay, it's still doing the same thing. Okay, 1 second. Let us try to adjust this before we keep going. Let me know when it gets clear on your side, Jacoby, on that screen. Like it zooms in, gets clear, and then it zooms out. Even this is blurry now. Okay, is it clear for you, Jacoby?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's see now. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and draw the Bohr model. So I have 8 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Protons are in the nucleus, and they have a positive charge. I have 8 neutrons. Neutrons have no charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I have 8 electrons. So we already learned our rule about how electrons fill the shells, and that is 2, 8, 8. 2 electrons in the first shell. I'm going to get a different color for the electrons. I'll just get a black marker. So I have 8. So I have 2 in the first shell. Okay. And I have 8 total, and the max that my second shell can hold is 8, but I only need 6 because 6 plus 2 will give me 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll make them a little bit bigger. Alright, so here is my nucleus. Nucleus has protons and neutrons. Protons have a mass, so I'm just going to put positive, of 1 AMU. And neutrons also have a mass of 1 AMU. AMU again stands for atomic mass unit. This entire area, this part, alright, all the way around, this is my electron cloud. Okay? My electron cloud has electrons here. They are negatively charged and they weigh 0 atomic mass units. Okay? They don't have any mass. They float around in this open space. Alright? Alright. So this is the electron cloud. Of course, again, I'm sorry I had to pause the video. It has a mass of 0 atomic mass units. Okay, and they are located in this cloud, again, if I didn't say that. So this is the atomic structure. We have a nucleus that is dense. I'm going to put dense right here because you have to know that the nucleus is more dense. Density is based upon how much space it takes up. So this right here, this has 1 atomic mass unit and 1 atomic mass unit here total, depending upon how many protons and neutrons you have. The electron cloud doesn't have any mass. Alright, so of course it's not going to be more dense than the nucleus. The nucleus has more mass. The electron cloud virtually has no mass. So you have to know that the electron cloud is less dense and has less mass than the nucleus, which is more dense and it has more mass. Okay? Alright, so we've already went over nucleus, electron cloud, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Now we have to know how to identify an element. Any element can be identified just by using the atomic number. So we did an example like that today in class with the warm-up. Let me grab it. So this is the element that we had to identify this morning. It was this one right here. And the only thing that we had to do was see that this element has 18 protons. Okay? Go to your periodic table, find atomic number 18, which is right here. So this element is argon. Okay? So easy peasy. We all know how to do that. So the protons is what determines the identity. Okay? The next thing that you may want to go ahead and start preparing for is periods and groups. So here's my periodic table, and I always fold it here so that I can only focus on the groups that matter to me, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the group numbers, or the groups, they go up and down. Alright? So I'm going to put a box around them. And I don't put a box around these because I'm not going to focus on these. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the one you're actually going to get on star is right here. Okay? So it has the same thing. It has the atomic number so that in case you forget, I would definitely write 8-man on it whenever you get it so that you know how to utilize that. And then the groups. Only focus on the ones that have A. Okay? These all have B. So we don't even focus on those. So if you ever get confused if they say group 3, then you know it's not 3B. It's always going to be 3A. Okay? So the groups, I'll just continue using this one. The groups go up and down. So these are going to be group numbers right here. Okay? They go up and down. These are periods, and you have 7 class periods a day. So that's how you can remember that periods are the rows. You also write a sentence left to right, and then you end it with a period. The the period number is going to tell us how many shells the element has. So for instance, this one has 1, this one has 2 shells around the nucleus, this one has 3, 4, so on and so forth. So let's go back to oxygen. Oxygen has 1, 2 shells around its nucleus, and there is oxygen right here, and you can see that it's in period 2. Oxygen is in group 6 right here, and it has 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright? So make sure that you know that groups in periods can tell us how many valence electrons, which are electrons on the outermost shell. Okay, so just these right here that I put the little mark by. These would be valence electrons. So all of these are electrons, but these are the most important ones because they attribute to reactivity. Okay? So I'm going to stop here for atomic structure. The main things that you need to know, I'm going to jot them down right here. Protons, neutrons, electrons, their atomic mass units for each one. You need to know 8-man. Okay? You need to know valence electrons, the electrons on the outermost shell, and that E stands for electrons. Okay? And you also need to know that protons identify an element. Okay? So if I ever give you an element and you don't know what it is, you have to count the protons. So for example, here is one. This is a practice that we did as well. 13 protons. This is aluminum. 19 protons. This element is potassium. Alright? Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions tomorrow in class.